Today is January the 6th. The time is currently 10:21. We're just getting started. We woke up a little bit late. I ended up going to bed extremely late yesterday. I was waiting for something to export and it wasn't working. Accidentally set it way too high, so I had to change that. We were exporting about 46 gigs, so I ended up waiting a long time just to see if it was moving any percent or if there was something wrong. It was absolutely fine in the end. What I did was I just changed the settings. What we are currently doing before we get, okay, let me bring it down a little bit. What we're doing right now is I'm just doing some ironing for my shirt for the day. We can see here. What I've got is this little DIY ironing board. I just got a board underneath here with a towel on top. And then we can iron this. Let me just get this down. And that way, you know, it's just the little things that make a difference. I feel one of those things just makes me feel a bit happier as having a nice ironed shirt, nice and clean. Let me just do that. Okay. Just go in the corner there. Look at that. See, it works really well. The towel underneath just absorbs any of the moisture, and the hard surface obviously lets us get a nice flat finish. Right, let's finish this up quickly and get started with the day. We're going to head out in a minute. I actually have no idea what our plans are. To be honest, I'm between two minds on several different things. There's quite a lot of different things we can do today. And when that happens, it means that I find I have no idea what to do because I end up doing none of them. So, yeah, I think that was one of the things as well that I was mentioning yesterday. Obviously, what we're trying to do is make sure that we don't overdo it. What I find is that sometimes what ends up happening is that I can feel we have to go do some crazy big things or some, you know, just make it more interesting than things really are. And obviously if you guys are enjoying this, well, you're just enjoying it because whatever we're kind of getting up to, right? So we'll see. I mean, I don't know, like, as far as what we're going to go do today. I'm going to go get a coffee to start. We'll begin there. Just sort of warm up for the day a little bit. Ended up waking up at about 9 o'clock, I think it was, when I finally got up. But then I was up, randomly got up at about 5. And then couldn't sleep very well. So that was great. Yeah. I might go into the city today. Potentially one of the ideas was obviously we're going to go to another place to try some different food stuff. I know a few of you were asking me, you saw the halwa video I did. There is another place we can go try that was just a few shops down, which I think it might be the same stuff. But yeah, we'll go see. But I'm just going to finish this up. There we go. Just takes a few seconds. It just makes me feel a little bit better, a little bit more like I've got my shit together. So that's always a good thing. Let's put this over here. Okay, right. I'm just gonna get changed, and we'll come back when we're out and about. See you now. I tend to use the same one every day because what I find sometimes is I have a bit of sensitive skin. So that one, once I find something that works, I kind of stick with it. It's the same with the body wash that I use. It's the same brand I've used for a long time, just because I can be a bit sensitive to different soaps and stuff like that. Okay, we need to hurry up here a little bit. The day is getting on. Like I said, I don't really know what the plan is for the day. Let me change this. You can see how dark it is. It's only 10:30 and it's so dark here in the UK. Let me open this a little bit. Yeah, you see, there's not much light out. Oh man, I definitely need the sun. It's just one of those things that I find it just makes me feel happier when there's sun out. I mean, maybe I need to start taking some vitamins, to be honest. Actually, that might help a little bit. But yeah, no, I'm not sure. Yeah, as far as what we're doing today, what's the plans? I don't know. I really don't know. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna warm up first. We'll have some coffee. We'll just get a little start on the day, and then we'll make a decision. Because I guess either what I want to try and do, also obviously for you guys, is be back at 4 p.m. since I made a commitment to doing the stream every day again this year. So we'll see. I mean, I need to. It's just about if I go into the city, we're gonna have to make sure we're back at a certain time, which could work. Yeah, that could work. Maybe we should just do it. He says only 10:26, so. Damn it. Okay, I need to get a coffee. I can't make any decisions yet until we've had some caffeine. Let me go do that, and then we'll figure out what our plans are. Okay, now that I've woken up a little bit, I can sort of share some more of my thoughts about yesterday with you guys. Obviously, we're just currently sat in the car here about to go get a coffee again. Yeah, I think it was really interesting. I learned a lot, okay? So I think the whole day was completely new. This is completely new to me. This is all very strange to me. I'm just figuring out as I go. We are here on day 2, so we've done that. We've done the next day. I'm doing it today. That's the thing, is like I feel extremely tired, as I was mentioning earlier. I went to bed very late and woke up very early, so I don't really have the energy today. This will be a bit more interesting to me because yesterday I had loads of energy, so we could go do some more interesting bits, going on the walk or whatever. Yeah, I've got to remember to keep my arm so you're not right up against my face. Doing some more interesting bits, going, we went for a walk and we would, on up to 300 meters, and we did a couple bits, obviously not the most interesting things in the world, but, somewhat interesting. Whereas today, I think it's going to be a little bit different. Obviously, I have one of the plans being we could potentially go into the city. I could catch a train. It's about 40 minutes into the centre of London, and I could just go show you around some of my favourite places. We could go try some food as well. Obviously, I do have that series on here, which probably a lot of you know me from now, where we go try different foods. Sorry, excuse me. Oh, I've got hiccups. Needs to get some food in me. So that's one plan, but I feel I'm a bit tired. When I'm tired, basically, I just feel a bit more scattered. I don't really know. I don't have a very concentrated, like, this is what we're going to be doing. Let's go do it. I feel a little bit all over the place, so I've kind of got to bring myself together a little bit first before we decide on a plan. I think what I'm feeling at the minute, there's a couple of things I do know. What we have a 4 p.m. stream that I've committed to trying to do every day. So we've got to go do that. I've got someone in the window watching me. Hello. And then what we've got after that, damn it, now I've lost my train of thought. Yeah, we got that at 4, so that's one plan. And then another plan we can do is go to the city up until, let's say, 2 o'clock. By 2, I come back. It's currently 10:46, so we've got a few hours. We could go into the city for a couple hours, but I know I'm doing that just for the vlog, so there is a slight issue with me with that. If I'm doing content just for the vlog, then what you end up finding is that you tire out pretty quickly. I'll burn out fast because I'm just doing things for the vlog. Obviously, when we're traveling, it's a bit different. We're on the road, but in my normal life, I need to figure out a balance of what stuff we're actually going to do, just show you my normal life and what I do when I do stuff for the vlog. Obviously, in my normal life, it's pretty, like, sometimes I'm pretty quiet and just, like, chill, right? I'm just, like, working on the computer or getting ready for different bits for filming, or even thinking about filming what we're doing for different bits. I need to figure it out. There's loads of questions for me in this, but we're still here on day 2, so let's see where it goes. Like I said, I'm going to try and keep doing this every single day, irregardless of whether I have good content for that day or not, because I know some of you might just still be interested to maintain that conversation. So that's what I'm keeping in mind. Anyway, I don't want to overthink it. Let's just try to do this every day. As I said, I'm committing. We're on day 2. I'm excited to still do this project, to still do this process. Let's see where we go. I think there's lots more ground to cover. Right, I'm gonna go grab a coffee. Enough waffling on here. Right, I did get something, a little treat though. We got some pandan cake from the Asian supermarket. Let's give this a try. This will be our breakfast. Oh, look at this thing. It's extremely fluffy cake. Now, pandan is obviously like, I guess it's like a herb, or it's like a green. I don't know what. The way I think of it is a bit like, I think it looks a bit like a chive. Let's just try. We won't have all of this. This is a lot for breakfast, cake for breakfast. Let's just have a bit. Look at that fluffy texture. That's crazy. Very subtle flavor, but very good. Goes perfectly with coffee. Damn it. Okay, I've got about 6 rolls of blue roll back there. Oh, that's good. Immediately gave me hiccups, so I think it's the texture, because it's the first thing I've eaten today. But look at that. It's one of my favorite cakes, and the reason that I like it, because it's not insanely sweet. What I find is typically with a lot of cakes that I end up eating, it's full. I mean, there is sugar in that, obviously I can taste it, but it's very subtle, and so you get the flavour of the pandan in it, which is really, really nice. Obviously, I can't really think in terms of cakes that I've had before what would have like a similar sort of ingredient. I guess carrot cake has a sort of similar. That is my other favourite cake, although I feel like I'm slightly allergic to carrots, and I feel like it's only happened in the last year. Now every time I have carrots, just don't want you to fall there. I feel like I have a very slight allergic reaction, especially if they're uncooked. Weird. But yeah, so I feel like pandan cake and carrot cake, it's in the similar sort of family of cakes, if that makes sense, even though one's got a completely different icing. But that is very good. Damn, let's have a bit more. We have some muesli and yogurt at home for us, so this was just a little treat. I thought celebrate 2 days of doing a vlog. I feel like half this vlog is going to be me saying I don't know what my plans are today. I'm gonna be saying that. Do you know what? Maybe my plans are simpler than I'm making them. Maybe we just go into the city. I'll take you into the city, okay? I'll take you. We'll go walk for a little bit, and then I'll come back at 2. I do need to figure out what the plan is though, as far as last night. I was sort of, while I was sort of up awake late, just thinking about life. I did feel a bit stressed because obviously all of this new stuff is great in terms of content. You know, new to streaming, new to these vlogs, new to these videos, and obviously only specific types of videos at the minute are really making me any income as far as being able to do this, excuse me, as a job. So, and unless I do those specifically, then the views aren't there. But the difference is obviously you have views on the one type of video, but then you're building your content on the other type of video. So it's a balance you've always got to find, but we'll see. I mean, I don't know. I don't have like a really good answer to what the solution is to that. Sometimes I feel like doing those more than I do other times. I think on one other things I need to think, obviously we've got the main account, which has a lot more subscribers than this one. And on that account, I think what I need to do is, we do need to come back to it. I stopped making videos there for a bit, just while I was figuring out what we're actually going to do. So I think we need to come back to making videos there. And I think I have an idea for what we can do. We have a very a good quality slow-mo camera. It's not like a Phantom, but it's not far off as far as frame rate goes on some of the less expensive models. I mean, it's pretty far off actually as far as what you can do in HD, but it's not bad. It's not bad. We can get slow-mo footage. Sorry, my nose is running a little bit there. Let me grab some more blue roll. And my phone just fell. Okay. Yeah, one of those days today. We're still turning up for this though, so I hope you guys I hope you guys enjoy the video, irregardless of whether we're doing crazy exciting stuff, and enjoy these yap sessions. There's gonna be plenty more of them. So we'll as I said, we do stream at 4 every day, so if you do enjoy this sort of thing, I'm sure you'd enjoy that as well. It's pretty similar. 2 hours a day at the minute. We were doing 3 or 4 last year, but it got a bit too much. So just come back to have some actual breakfast here. I've got some muesli with a bit of oat milk in it. One of the things I'm doing now, which I needed to do really since last year, is pay my tax. So which one's the one that you get it's like essentially like a form of a lottery that everyone gets a chance to win a certain amount each month, but it's guaranteed, so you never lose the principal amount that you put in. I wish I'd done something along those lines. Anyway, I've got to pay this now. We've got to sort this out. We have till the 31st of January to actually do it, so any time now is good. Okay, let me sort this out. Oh man. So I guess today's just going to be one of those days where maybe we do a bunch of little admin tasks that we need to get done. When do you want to pay? Today. Yeah, this is obviously what I was saying though yesterday. Coming up with ideas of things to do that are a bit more interesting than just sort of what I get up to in my day-to-day life. I mean, maybe you guys just want to see what I get up to in my day-to-day life. Maybe that is what these vlogs will be about. Obviously, it's going to be far more interesting for you guys if I'm on the road traveling, going somewhere interesting, doing something interesting. But maybe I just need to figure out, I think I just need to do this enough here so that I can find a way to make it interesting. Obviously, if I'm just, there's a bit of a sort of learning curve at the minute that I'm sort of overcoming. So it's going to take me some time, especially if I'm exhausted today. So I don't really know. I haven't got much clarity, and there's a few things that are going around my head, as I said earlier. Like especially now that I'm paying my tax bill here, in terms of bringing in new money this year, that the stress is real. Like I need to, especially when you're obviously, I'm self-employed, so I need to make. I've got to be my own boss. I've got to be on top of it. I've got to be the one calling the shots. So that's what I need to basically do now. Is figure out a little bit a better plan for this year. I mean, at the minute I'm just kind of going day to day. So we'll see. I don't know. I like just going day by day. We'll see. Usually that works, but sometimes you need to have a little bit more planning. It's hard because especially when I'm doing these things that are daily things, right? Like I'm doing this every single day. it doesn't give me much time between that to sort of sit and think and just take a minute to be like, okay, what is our plan next? What are we doing? So sometimes I need to sort of force myself to do that, even if I'm committed to doing this. So that's, on those days, the vlogs will obviously be pretty terrible. I don't even know what is going to be on them in the days that especially when I feel lower energy, usually if I sort of need to take some time to do a bit of R&R and get myself back on track. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm not going to, I'm not making any plans today because I'm too tired. I can't figure anything out. Let me just undo my tax. Okay, so we might just have what is the most niche possible item to return to Amazon. We've got what is it? It's a 250 kilogram electric hoist. Now, this was for an idea that I was going to do on the main account there, where what we were going to do, we were going to lift an anvil and see what happens when it falls on a ballistic dummy. The idea didn't quite end up working out just because I sort of didn't quite manage to get the actual, I was making the ballistic dummy, and the place that I was going to order one from ended up not getting back to me in time. So I've got to return this so that I can get the money back, because it wasn't that cheap. This ended up costing, this was about 100 quid. So I want to try and get do the return now they've paid our tax bill. I want to make sure that we can cover our bases everywhere, so it's a bit simpler next year. So what we're going to do is return this now. I've set up, I got it on Amazon. So what I've done is I've set up the return. I've started the return. All we need to do is take this to the post office. But we're going to box it up first. This is the box it came in. So let's just pack this. I think it should be alright because it didn't come with any padding in this. I'm not going to do the same. So heavy though. This little gap here is going to be a problem. We had some, what did I have? I also bought some, I think it was quick releases, a bit like Mythbusters. We had some quick releases as well that we were using. I don't know where they've gone. They're somewhere as well. So I need to pack this up, and then we're just going to go drop this at the post office. I was meaning to do this for a while. There's a few things though. Obviously you have basically a month to return things. If I can get it out. So we're pretty much coming up to a few days on this one. So we'll see. But yeah. Sad that I didn't get to use it. I think I sometimes if I'm doing a project and I'm sort of delaying actually getting started with it, what I'll end up doing is just buying things that are a bit unnecessary. This I think was a bit unnecessary. We could have easily just had a pulley we hoisted it up with. I don't think I needed an electric hoist for what we were using it for. I guess this is more for like in a workshop or something like that. 250 kilograms. How much does an engine weigh? Is that, can you lift no, you can't. This you couldn't lift an engine with this. Hold on, what does it say? Oh, it says lifting jobs around job site, shop, barn or home. I don't know. I wonder what sort of stuff you can lift with it. Anyway, we're not going to find out. We're going to pack this up and send it back. Then we go get some bubble wrap for there. I remember I used to work a job, and part of what we had to do was wrap up these like stages that were going to be in a museum for different sort of pieces in the museum. And one thing we had to do at one point was wrap them up with bubble wrap. And the issue that every time we would wrap this, what would happen is the corner would catch on the bubble. And these were huge. These were like the size of tables. They're heavy as well. That was one of the worst parts of that job. And it's funny because you never really think about that. You're never really sort of considering, oh, okay, hold on. One of the worst things here is going to be wrapping this in bubble wrap. But no one wanted to do it. Everyone avoided that job. So obviously as the painters and decorators, it came down to us in that place to actually put it together. So and because we were the last ones to work on it, obviously it lands on us a little bit, which is a bit unfortunate. But yeah, so I got quite good at wrapping things in bubble wrap for a short period of time. That was fun. Oosh. Okay, we're just going to head to the post office quickly, scan the QR code and sort this out. Right, so we just dropped it off at the post office. It was super fast. I think that's probably one of the fastest ways to actually do those returns. You can see by the fact that there's so many return parcels on the floor there where I actually placed it. You scan it, they give you a code, stick it on. You don't have to print anything. It's just there and then. And now I don't have to. Usually, sometimes it's the only option is they have people where they can send it to you. I guess they get people to pick it up, but then you have to wait within a certain amount of time. And obviously that can be anywhere between usually like 8 in the morning to 8 at night. So
I'm glad I could just drop it off, and honestly, so that is just out of the way, done. Now I just gotta wait to see the actual return come back to the counter. There is a WH Smith's down there, and I'll show you that another day, I think. It doesn't have a huge amount of product in it, but it's quite interesting. They've got like Pokemon cards, they've got like random bits. Obviously they've got books, pens, pencils, these sorts of things, but I just find it interesting because the stuff that they've got there now is obviously, essentially they've brought it right down to the bare essentials of what they're selling, and they're only placing out stuff that they're specifically selling. So we'll show you another day. It's quite interesting in there how they've got the layout and stuff, because WH Smith has this sort of hold on airports in the UK, shopping, even shopping centres. Most shopping centres in the UK have a WH Smith's. Loads of places they've just kind of very, if you look at how they've actually set up all their retail units, they're extremely smart. They're obviously doing something right as far as their locations. I think, well, I guess in what you end up having is the WH Smith at airports and stuff, if I remember correctly, is massively overpriced. Like, things there are very, very, very expensive. So I wonder if that covers the cost. That must cover the cost of the rent, because there's usually not that many options. I remember at City Airport in London, what you've got is you've got a WH Smith that's on the corner, and there's only a few other food places. So sometimes even actually if those places are closed, I guess that might be the only thing that's open, and so then they do charge you a premium for that reason. So maybe we should pick up some Pokemon cards there as well. It could be interesting. Anyway, I know what I'm talking about. I'm glad we dropped off the parcel. We're gonna head back home. We're gonna go grab some lunch. I'm not sure where we're gonna go actually for what we're gonna make. Haven't decided yet. So we're gonna go do that. See you in a minute. What we did yesterday. This was from the longer video. We're just editing this down into a shorter one. Although I don't really know. Obviously, usually what I do is split it up into different, whatever the theme was in that one section. So, but what I've done now is I've just sort of taken the whole thing, all 35 minutes, and I've just split it down into, currently it's around 6 minutes, but I want to bring that down even further. So I hope it makes sense. Obviously, as a story arc, we have a beginning, middle, and end, which is essentially just me showing what the day was. And this will be the same thing on this, but I've got to see, I'm just exhausted today. So it's just ended up being lots of admin tasks, nothing really that spectacular, but a lot of the days are going to be like this. My life obviously isn't all sorts of crazy bits every day. I mean, that's just the truth. This is close to what it looks like. In fact, it isn't usually this way around. It's usually the other way around, but I thought it'd be more interesting, as in there's a wall there that I usually sit against, but I thought it'd be more interesting with this background. I feel like it's a bit more lively than just a blank wall. So yeah, I'm just going to crack on with editing this. I feel like it's coming together. Just having a look. We'll see. I mean, it's the first one. Like, I think it's about, to be perfectly honest, it's not really about how good or bad that is. It's about that I need to find a way to be consistent with it. But I honestly don't know today, based on how my energy feels. And maybe just because I went to bed so late and I haven't got the balance that I need, I just don't feel like massively enthusiastic at the minute for this. But I have made somewhat of a commitment. I mean, we'll try it for a week first. If after a week, maybe we'll decide we're not going to go for the whole year, or maybe we'll go for a month. I'm open to sort of seeing how I feel. As I said before, maybe some of the days it'll be, maybe we're just doing a bit too much. Maybe I need to balance out a bit better. But anyway, let's try this. It's the same sandwich. I mean, it's chicken and bacon. That's what we had yesterday. I find these reduced fat crisps are sometimes crunchier than the normal ones. And I like this because the flavour is so strong. I've still got the pandan cake left from earlier that we're going to finish. Even though I might have mixed feelings about how these videos are turning out at the minute, I think I'm going to look back on them, and I think I feel like I'm going to feel like they're better than they were currently, if that makes sense. There's obviously things that I want to work on. Personal development things. But I think doing this will actually highlight for me. So maybe this will be good. I just think it's going to be... It's just a challenge trying to figure out how to do this every single day. Because that's what I've committed to now in my head. So I feel if I miss a day, already I'm thinking about the days that I can take off. What I'll have to do is maybe I'll just do like a 10 to 15 minute yap sesh in my car. That'll be that whole day, then I can take the rest of the day off. Or we just take a day off and I break the streak. We'll see. Right. I want to show you a little trick. If you're scrubbing through the video, you can see that if I click play, you can see it going the little whatever that's called, going across. What I do is I click L, and now it's going double speed, so I can watch it much quicker. It just makes editing a bit faster, especially if it's a long video like this. So I'm currently just waiting for something to finish uploading behind me there. It just gives me an opportunity to sit and think about. Oh, obviously I started this yesterday. I already feel like this is only the second day we've been doing it like this. I already feel like not continuing the streak, just because I just feel exhausted already. That's the main thing that I feel at the minute, is just like when I feel this level exhaustion, and it's just because, honestly, it's just because I went to bed so late. It just ends up feeling like, yeah, I'm just not sure. Anyway, I'm just feeling already. I'm kind of already feeling like, oh, I want to go do it like this and change this like this or go like this. I think, well, look, I'm already bargaining with it. I've done it today. We'll continue today. I'll continue with it today. I'm not going to give up that easily on it, I don't think. I just need some rest. The thing is, what I need to try and figure out is a balance with all these things. This is what I've said all day today, which I just didn't have yesterday. Unfortunately, I just did go to bed. I went to bed insanely late. Ended up working really, really late. So I just need to find... I need a little bit of perspective, and the only way I usually can get that is by taking a little break from everything. Gives me a minute to have a think, okay, what are we doing? What's the direction we're heading? Obviously, there's a number of different ways we can do this. This is just one way we do it. I've tried quite a few others, but we just need to see. I mean, honestly, I'm feeling just a bit cooked, exhausted, flat. Got coffee on the go. I've had some... I had some natural yogurt, which I've been having more recently. I feel like this has actually been helping clear my skin, having the whatever probiotics are in yogurt naturally, if they do have any. But unfortunately, I put a huge, so much syrup in this that came out the bottle. You can see just an insane amount. So I've just been eating it very slowly because it's a lot of sugar. It's still pretty good. I've got to finish the pandan cake. Yeah. I think some of the days, look, as far as I'm concerned, some of the days, if I do this very, very consistently, some of the days on these vlogs will just look lower energy like this. They will just be me yapping a little bit. We're not going to be getting up to much. That's just going to have to be how it is. So I'm going to see if you guys actually even want to see these or not. Honestly, at this point, I don't know. Sorry, damn it. I've got a little bit of of the syrup on my hand there. It's literally like a very thin film, and now it's and now I can feel it. I might have to go wash my hands. Yeah. Anyway, we've got a stream at 4 o'clock. That's something to look forward to. Connect with someone you lot. Yeah, I don't know. Some days I just feel like this. Maybe I'm getting under the weather a little bit. I don't think so. I don't know. Yeah, some days I just feel a bit down. Obviously, I'm not used to making any videos when I feel like this, to be honest. I usually just sort of sit quietly and just sort of go through whatever tiredness I'm going through. Usually just end up watching, scrolling through, just watching YouTube or just watching lots of videos, just generally just decompressing a little bit, but having to come up with stuff to talk to you guys about. It's just a bit I've just got to get used to it a little bit more, I think. I don't know how close or far we are yet to that. So obviously only day 2 on this, so I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, I just thought I'd connect for a minute. This might be, we'll see. I don't know if I'll make any more of these videos today. This might be the end of the vlog today. I'll have to see how I feel a bit later. We'll stream for a bit and maybe I'll update you guys then. But otherwise, if we don't come back on today, I will see you all tomorrow for the next one. Let's see. I'm not going to call it yet. Let's see how I feel this afternoon. So we might be back in a little bit, or this is it for today. So I'll see you all tomorrow. I haven't decided yet.